What if your blood holds more secrets about you than your mind ever could? Have you considered that those simple letters A, B, or O might carry significance beyond their medical use? Could they hint at something deeper, something psychological, or even spiritual? Carl Jung believed the unconscious communicates through symbols, often hidden in the mundane. If that's true, could your blood type be one of these symbols, a subtle yet powerful indicator of your archetypal identity? In this video, we'll explore the unexpected intersection of ancient biology and timeless Jungian psychology within your veins. Your blood type, far from a mere label, could be a map to self-understanding and personal destiny. Before we dive in, please subscribe to the Mindful Sphere channel. You'll get early access to new videos, exclusive content, and insights on personal and spiritual growth. Now, let's begin. Blood as symbol. To start this journey, we must ask, why blood? Why does it hold such mythic weight across cultures and time? Blood is more than biology, it's a narrative. It tells the story of who we are, where we come from, and what drives our daily choices. Carl Jung, whose work explored the visible and invisible, would likely have seen blood as one of the body's most potent symbols. Its constant flow mirrors the unconscious currents within us, and its life-giving function makes it a natural metaphor for psychological vitality. This brings us to a fascinating bridge between ancient metaphor and modern observation, where East meets West in unexpected harmony. East meets West. In Japan, long before Jung's ideas became mainstream, a different perspective on blood emerged. The Ketsuekigata personality theory proposed that blood type could influence not just health, but also temperament. At first glance, this might seem like cultural folklore, but when viewed through a Jungian lens, something deeper begins to surface. Here, we see two traditions, one Eastern, one Western, speaking the same symbolic language from different angles. Jung's archetypes and Japan's blood personality types mirror each other in uncanny ways. This isn't about hard science, it's about psychological resonance. Patterns that reappear across space and time because they're embedded in who we are. And once recognized, these patterns can become doorways, the inner journey. This brings us to the core of Jung's work, the journey inward, the path toward becoming whole. Jung called it individuation, the sacred process of integrating your conscious self with the deeper layers of the unconscious. It's not about becoming someone new, but about becoming more fully who you already are. This process involves discovering your dominant archetypal energies and confronting the hidden parts of yourself that challenge and complete you. If we consider blood type not as a definition, but as a symbolic fingerprint, it becomes a potential compass. It doesn't tell you who to be, but it might illuminate how your psyche prefers to move, what lessons come easily, and where your personal growth might demand more effort. From here, we can explore what each blood type might reveal, not just biologically, but psychologically. Type A. Let's begin with Type A, the archetypal architects of order. People with Type A blood often show a natural inclination towards structure, control, and precision. In Jungian terms, they embody the sage or perfectionist archetype, those who seek clarity through form and stability through discipline. Their psychological world is one of patterns and systems where meaning emerges from refinement. These individuals are often deeply reflective, preferring thoughtful analysis over impulsive action. They thrive when they can bring order to chaos, and their quiet strength often forms the foundation of families, organizations, and creative projects. However, to fully understand this archetype, we must also explore its hidden side, the shadow that arises when order becomes obsession. when perfectionism breeds paralysis. Jung taught us that every gift carries its burden. For type A, the journey toward wholeness often requires surrendering control and embracing the unpredictable. Type B. From the steady world of the sage, we now turn to something entirely different. Type B, the archetypal explorer. Where Type A finds safety in structure, Type B comes alive in spontaneity. Often seen as the creative free spirits of the blood type spectrum, these individuals embody the explorer or rebel archetype in Jung's model. They challenge norms, question boundaries, and seek experience over certainty. Type B individuals often bring fresh energy into every room they enter. Their adaptability isn't random. It's guided by an intuitive understanding of the world's shifting rhythms. Jung would admire their natural connection to the unconscious, which manifests as instinctive creativity and emotional honesty. Yet, even freedom has its cost. The shadow of this archetype can surface as restlessness, inconsistency, or difficulty with long-term commitment. Jung would say their path to individuation lies in learning to stay long enough in one place, internally or externally, for depth to emerge. Type AB. But what happens when a person holds both structure and freedom within them? That brings us to the rarest blood type of all, AB. Before we go on, if this video is helping you see things more clearly, consider sharing it with someone who needs it. And if you'd like to support this kind of thoughtful content, you can click the thanks button below. Your support truly helps us keep exploring the deeper layers of who we are. Now, let's continue. Type AB individuals are the rarest and often the most enigmatic. They hold the energies of both A and B, discipline and freedom, logic and emotion. Jung might have seen them as expressions of the mediator or alchemist archetype, those who live in the tension of opposites and work to unify them. Their psychological gift is perspective. Type ABs can see multiple sides, understand conflicting viewpoints, and often serve as translators between people or ideas. They bring nuance to discussions that others flatten into black and white. Yet, their path isn't easy. The very depth of their insight can lead to indecision, identity diffusion, or emotional overwhelm. Jung would say that the task of the AB psyche is not to choose a side, but to root into an authentic self that can hold contradiction without fragmentation. Type O. As we leave the liminal space of the mediator, we step into the primal clarity of the hero. Let's turn now to Type O. Type O is the foundation, the origin. In evolutionary terms, it's the oldest blood type, and it carries with it a raw, instinctual power. Jung would associate this type with the warrior or hero archetype, those who act decisively, protect their tribe, and embody courage in its most elemental form. These individuals often bring presence. They move with confidence, speak with clarity, and possess a remarkable ability to cut through complexity. In Jungian psychology, this decisiveness reflects a strong sensing thinking axis, a psyche that engages directly with the world and shapes it through action. But even the hero has a shadow. When unbalanced, Type O's directness can become aggression, their strength can become rigidity. Jung would say their individuation depends on learning to temper force with empathy, movement with introspection, and victory with vulnerability. And now, having explored the unique terrain of each type, we return to the question we began with. What is your blood really telling you? Your blood type is more than a medical fact. It's a symbol, a clue, a thread in the deeper tapestry of who you are. It doesn't define you, but it might help you find yourself. Carl Jung taught that the unconscious speaks through symbols and that the goal of life is not perfection, but integration. Your blood may whisper tendencies, but it's your conscious awareness, your willingness to look inward, that determines the journey. If this exploration has sparked new insights, we invite you to share your reflections in the comments. What's your blood type, and do these archetypes resonate with your lived experience? If you found value in this video, subscribe to Mindful Sphere and hit the bell to stay connected to future explorations of self, soul, and symbolism. We're here to think deeply and grow together. Until next time, remember, the most profound truths are often hidden in plain sight. Your blood flows with more than oxygen. It flows with meaning.